Hello everybody, this is a Lamley unboxing. I've accumulated a little mini collection of Mini GT, some of the more recent releases. Don't pay attention to those back, I'll talk about what those are in a second. But these here, which we'll get to, are recent releases, last couple of months of releases. We're gonna open them up, take a look at them, put them on the turntable, do a little parking lot. Mini GT sends these over. So I always try and think like, should I do them in like little shorts and stuff? And then other times I like, you like these videos when I do them all together. So I wait a little bit, accumulate them. And then I've got some other Mini GT stuff planned. Don't worry about that right now. This will be a cool video. What I'm showing you here is just something that I got. I've been talking to the folks at Petersen Museum. I was there last October for the Kaido House Mini GT event, and they've got a good relationship with a lot of diecast brands, including Mini GT and Kaido House. And they just sent over, they said, hey, would you want to let your readers know? And I said, I'd be happy to let the readers know. These are models that are standard Mini GT releases, like the Advan Super Silhouette, of course, Roxy, the... Is this Rexy or Roxy? This is Rexy. This racing car, which was our model of the year, actually, the Lamley Awards model of the year. And these are the standard releases, but this is kind of cool because Miho Exclusives and Petersen Museum and Mini GT have collaborated to do these special packaging. And these are models that you can get at the Petersen Museum gift shop. And the Petersen Museum, if you're familiar, is totally worth visiting because there's always amazing stuff there. Am I giving them a plug? Yeah, I'm giving them a plug. Do they need me to give them a plug? I don't think so. But they did want everyone to know that when you're there, you should definitely check out the gift shop and check out some of these models. That one, Rexy, the Advan, Camel, Land Rover Defender, and then, of course, in the back over here, the Nissan Z Pandem, and then there's, of course, the Lamborghini here. You guys can tell me how to say that because I don't know how, and I don't want to botch it. So anyway, that's just an example of the cars that are there. There's obviously a lot more, and I don't know if you can get every Mini GT release. I don't think so, but it's kind of cool that they do that, and why not? They should have a pretty hefty diecast presence there. All right, let's get to some stuff here. I'm going to kind of move these because we're going to open up and we're going to just kind of create this parking lot with these Mini GT models that have been released. These you can get at your favorite Mini GT dealer. Miho Exclusives is obviously the distributor here in the United States. There's other distributors in other parts of the world. Find your favorite hobby dealer and these should be available. Most of them. This won't be, but I wanted to show this one as well. I actually did open this one for a short. This is the package it came in from the Essen 2024 Motor Show. Very, very cool gift from Future Diecast Bros, and I'll put a link to his Instagram down below. But he was at the show. I think Johnny's Diecast was there too. And this is a fabulous exclusive that they did for that show. I'm going to move that away here, but I wanted to show you this model because it is fabulous. Obviously, it's the Mazda RX-7, the Super Silhouette, LB Super Silhouette, Essen Motor Show exclusive by Liberty Walk. And details on this are fabulous. We'll go ahead and put it on the turntable, but I wanted to show you the turbofan. The color on this is so cool, kind of the rainbow detailing on the turbofan wheels. Of course, on the front hood, Liberty Walk detailing, Blackfish, Mazda, Mini GT, it's all there. This model is so Liberty Walkish, right? The Super Silhouette on the RX-7. It's kind of a combination, kind of a Liberty Walk fantasy model in a sense. I don't know if they'd appreciate it being called that, but because the model does, or the car does exist. I love this deco for this car, more so than even the Coca-Cola inspired version in black from last year. I think this thing is fabulous, and it's such a nice gift. 2000 made of this one. I cut it open because I like having it loose, and I also feel very comfortable having this one just in the box. So there it is in our little parking lot. Let's continue to go. We can go in all kinds of directions, so I might as well just kind of grab at random. We'll go with the Nissan Skyline GTR R34 V-Spec in lightning yellow. There's two here that have been released. This one is active red, both V-Spec R34s. I'm going to be honest. Tastes change. And, we evolve as collectors individually. What we're into today might be different tomorrow. I've been kind of gravitating more towards the racing cars for Mini GT, but I like anything Mini GT does because the replicas are always so nice. Dare I say the R34s are a little boring. Not because they're made boring, but I think, you know, when there's, I think, more interesting cars, you know, like I try and stay away from, oh, everyone's already done it, because everybody's take can be a little bit different. But when Mini GT, which does very nice factory cars like this V-Spec R34, they are really nice. And I'll tell you, this lightning yellow with proper wheels, proper stance, super detailed. You can see it on the back window as it rolls around. I mean, there's nothing at all wrong with this model. Maybe it's just here I'm going to that argument. We have quite a few replicas of this one, and I don't know, it just doesn't excite me. I guess maybe I can't totally figure out why it doesn't excite me, but there's others that do. It's not really a knock on Mini GT per se. It's just kind of saying, like, where am I at as a collector? And the R34s, I think the Liberty Walk R34 that, you know, Hot Wheels did and Mini GT has done, I think we're getting a black version coming out. I really do like the Liberty Walk replicas because I think they're interesting cars, almost whether I like them or not. But and I was, you know, there was a time where you gave me a choice between a factory released car and a modified car, and I would take factory 100 out of 100 times. But that, I don't know. Maybe it's just changing for the R34. I don't know. These are both really, really nice, and it's nice to have them in hand. You know, I'm not trying. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I'm like, you know, I think from one perspective, there's you know, the R34 will always be a legendary car. It's always fun to see on the road, which is a rare moment, of course. But I don't know. This is more interesting than that. But then that's a really nice replica of, I don't know, maybe I'll love it later. I'm just telling you what I think. And the same would go for this, the BMW i7 X-Drive 60 Mineral White. I guess I should also say, as I open this one up, I'm not going to be too excited about this one. And you could take this argument to Matchbox with some of the EVs that they do. It's like, I'm not that interested in them, but I'm really happy they do them. And I think Mini GT, it's good to do the boring cars along with the exciting cars, but then what's a boring car and what's an exciting car, right? So I have no idea. But liking is very different than appreciating, and I can definitely appreciate a model like this. I mean, look at the detailing done on the roof of this car, and then of course there's just in the wheels and everything else. I mean, these are really, really cool models. Hate the BMW grille, hate the big grille, but anyway, but that's what the car is. And Matchbox. See, this is what happens. Mini GT did a decent version of that. Let's go ahead and park that, put this away, and let's move on. Now, that's kind of a boring start outside of the other ones to these cars, but it'll get more exciting, I promise. Let's go to Liberty Walk. Let's do the opposite. And what's funny is, like, even with Liberty Walk, there's cars that I like more than others. I said, that Super Silhouette RX-7 is okay, but I like, there's others. It's just these elements of car culture. I think I like replicas. I'm really kind of into, like, even if I don't like the car, just kind of the, well, this is the McLaren 720 SLB Works in black. I'm just riffing here. I'm really not knowing what I'm saying. There might be a lot of eye rolling. I'm just kind of like I'm trying to see, like, you see something in front of you, you buy it or you don't, right? Whether you're at the store, whether you're at a hobby show, whether you're on a website and you're looking at stuff that's available to purchase, you kind of make that decision. And sometimes you make the decision because, oh, I can flip it and make a lot of money. Sometimes you make it because I really want this in my collection. Sometimes you make it for, I think everybody wants it. Maybe I'll want it too once I get it. Now, see, this, the real car is interesting. The replica is insanely cool. Obviously, this is Liberty Walk. We know this one's similar to the Hot Wheels Chase that was done. You could probably put this one side by side. I don't have it with me, so I'm not going to do it. But this thing is fabulous. The details here, just the like, this is a way for Mini GT to show off, right? Going with the details that you see, not only in the front splitter, but on the side profiles and the modifications done to the McLaren by Liberty Walk, and then how they've replicated them with the black rims and everything else. It's just an insanely cool model. McLarens don't interest me that much. Liberty Walk and McLarens would just fall in that same category. But of everything I've taken out, I mean, I dig it. I dig it. There's no rhyme or reason to this. There's no rhyme or reason to this. If I'm looking at a store and I'm looking to buy some cars, and it happens to me at hobby dealerships all the time, I'm picking that up for sure because it's the exclusive and it's interesting. Pass, 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 buy. All right. Here's another pass for me. I think it's interesting that Lamborghini did. I'm trying to just be honest here. I think it's good to do that. Kind of like if I were doing, this would be the similar as if I was doing an unboxing, right? I would show you from Hot Wheels. I would say, "Ooh, I'm into this. I'm not into that," even though it's cool. I'm trying to do that. This is Lamborghini Huracan Storado. I don't have any interest in this car. As cool as it is that they're doing rally, I think, a rally style with Storado. The car itself doesn't interest me, but I'm really glad that Mini GT is doing a replica of this one because it is interesting and it's nice. It's well done. I like it better than the Hot Wheels for sure because you get the sense of the details that that Lamborghini put into this to make it what it is, right? Interesting car for sure. And I'll probably leave it at that. It's just kind of an interesting car. I do like the color a lot with the black trim. I think that's pretty nice. Cool. All right. I know I'm ranting here. You guys, I would love to hear what your thoughts are on this stuff. I mean, it's really not a compliment, or it's really not a discussion on Mini GT per se, but just on what we like and what we don't. All right. I just get the sense that these boxes are not going to survive. But let's see. They're not going to stay stacked. All right. This one is right in the middle of what interests me and what doesn't. Vintage race cars are definitely catching my attention more than they have in the past. The Lancia Stratos HF Stradale in Nero Black does interest me. I'm more interested in the racing versions of this car with racing liveries on it, especially, as Mini GT would do with actual licensed racing liveries, but you can't tell me if you saw that car on the road, you wouldn't take 9 takes on it. That's super cool. See, now here we go. Open it up. Not only the detailing in the car, that bar rolling along the back, headlights out on this one, and the gold rims, black with gold rims. What a combination. This thing's great. This thing is great. See, open it. Now I'm in. I'm in. All right, I guess I'll park that one right there. I think that one's really cool. I guess like I grade the cases, I guess I say, would I buy or not? The Lancia, yes. Okay, let's keep on going. We got there's many angles we can go. Let's go here. Liberty Walk, Nissan Silvia S15 LB Super Silhouette. This is, I don't know how many, this is the Auto Finesse SEMA 2023 replica of that car that was at SEMA in 2023. Obviously, it's the same as this Super Silhouette. This was the model of the year, or runner-up, was it? Maybe it was the model of the year. I think it was the runner-up. I think it lost to a Kaido House, but it was up there. Silvia, it was the Mini GT model of the year a couple years ago in the actual like Silvia Super Silhouette Lightning deco. This Advan version is great. There's been a couple other drift versions which are pretty cool. And then there's this one from SEMA, Auto Finesse. Let's open this up. It's a really good casting. One of the things I love about it, liking the car or not, is just how well the wheel placement is on this one. And I think if you have any examples of this car, you know what I'm talking about. It's, put it right there, just the way they did this almost stretch tire look. Not almost, they did a stretch tire look, and then placed the wheels so well. Like this is just quality diecast, to be a nerd. This is just high quality diecast. I lived with my cousin for a while, years and years and years ago, last century actually. And I remember he used to come home, he worked in like cabinetry, and he would come home with different fast food, and he would eat the fast food and he would wax on about, he mentioned a Carl's Jr. particular was considered one of the better burgers on the fast food market. And that's always what I think about when I say something like, this is quality die-cast. I don't know. It's nice, right? Detailing, graphics, fantastic. Hot pink, super cool. Wheels, fabulous. It's quality die-cast. And it looks great. You thought my tangents were bad at the beginning of this video. All right, let's keep on going. Where should we go? Let's go. We've done Liberty Walk. Let's go back to race cars. Lamborghini Huracan GT3 Evo 2, number 63, the IMSA 2023 Daytona 24 Hours Iron Lynx. Now this stuff, give me good racing liveries, especially a brand like Mini GT, whether it's F1, whether it's classic vintage racing. I love the vintage racing stuff that any brands do, Mini GT especially. But the current race cars are awesome too. So this one I'm all in, especially when you're getting the IMSA race cars like the BMWs and things, and these Lamborghini. Yeah, this is just fabulous. I love these. Love them so much. I don't even have to like the livery, the deco. I don't know who did this design. I met, is it Andy Blackmore? I think his last name is Blackmore. I met him once at dinner, and he talked about doing graphics for race cars, and he does a lot of the IMSA race cars. And I may have gotten his name wrong, but I'll make sure I put his Instagram down below because he's fun to follow. And he talked about once how a certain livery that he did was inspired by his kid and all this other stuff. It was really cool chat. All right, that's awesome. Put that right there. Get this all cleaned up. You're not going to see me stack this one. You'll only see it if it falls, but there it is. I guess I can do this. All right, let's keep on going. Let's go with Bugatti. We'll finish off with Porsche because, Porsche is Porsche. I'm actually going to go with the Vision Gran Turismo. And I did pull out some older Porsches to go over. Vision Gran Turismo, I don't know how many colors we've got on this one. I know there's been white. I think there's been blue, maybe yellow. So here we go in black. It's nice to see Mini GT returning to some of the older castings. They don't have to do it all the time. I mean, it's nice to have newer ones, but it is good to get recolors. I mean, the Silvia and everything else, it's good to get these and put them together. And that's what I want to do with more of these Mini GT videos, is getting these together. And as I build up my new office, I mean, look at this. This is why you buy Mini GT. Look at the carbon fiber detailing. There's no, this is why I like the premium stuff too. I mean, I love what Hot Wheels does, but they can't hit that detail. I buy Hot Wheels for different reasons, as we've talked about that a million times. But a car like this versus, maybe that's it. Maybe it's like, I love what you do, Mini GT, but I love when you do models that you can get into the nitty-gritty and the details. This is a nice replica, but I've seen plenty of nice replicas of R34s. But what you can do with this Vision Gran Turismo, with the carbon fiber wrapping around the just normal kind of gloss black part of this car, and you can do a spoiler this detailed, and wheels this detail. Let's get on the turntable, and a grille that detailed with the 16 on it. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why the R34 bores me a little bit, because the car's out of control. It's almost obnoxious, but it is just an amazing, amazing replica, and I really dig it. So maybe that's one thing, but then I'll contradict myself, which is probably another essence of collecting, by saying I'm really glad they did this one. Then again, Hot Wheels did the EB110 and did a fantastic job with it. I think it's a Ryo Asada design. And it's just a car. I just love the EB110. I like the era it's from. And I want Mini GT to do it. So I guess I could probably say this EB110 in the Super Sport Blue Bugatti. And this is that, I don't know which, this is a second rim that they did on the EB110. And I don't know the full history of this rim versus the other one, how many replicas or how many cars exist. I'll show you that Super Sport Blue Bugatti EB110. But I'm really happy Mini GT did it, and I find it more interesting than the R34. So I just contradicted myself, because I think you could probably say this is just a more, normal where they can't show off all the detailing. Then again, if I show it to you from this angle and the engine done the way it's done in the back showing through the window with all these other little details, you say, okay, yeah, you can photograph this and it can look exactly. Maybe it's just the EB110's only been done by Hot Wheels, right? At least in recent history. So give me a Hot Wheels and give me a Mini GT and I'm happy. Everyone's done an R34. I don't know why I'm trying to justify the fact that I think the R34 is boring, but you get it. Side mirrors on this are fabulous. Wheels are fabulous. I love this casting. This is the third or fourth version of the EB110 by Mini GT. So great. The wheels actually really do pop. Love it. Love it. Park that next to the Gran Turismo. Get that box all nice and stacked up. And let's move on to the Porsches. We have three. 1, 2, 3. Let's start with the Porsche 911 Carrera RS 2.7. Love this casting. They can get into some fun details with this one. In fact, I love this one so much, I just happen to know that I had nearby, Hot Wheels has released 2 premium versions this year of this casting. It is a legendary Porsche. I have mentioned that when it comes to Porsche silhouettes, I'm going to really dig the replica that is this casting. I really don't dig this car at all. I know driving it is probably a pleasure, but that is just one ugly, ugly Porsche, in my view. In my view. This looks like a Porsche on steroids. It looks like a fake Porsche. This doesn't actually. This actually plays a little more in. I know it's kind of the same. Anyway, but this is how I think of Porsche in that silhouette. So I actually pulled out a couple other ones. I know might be a yellow one as well. But before we pull out the green, we can pull out the others and just put them on the turntable real quickly. Oh, there's blue, right? I don't have the blue one with me right now, but I just love that we're getting this family of Porsche Carreras. Hot Wheels is doing the same thing, and I'm so glad they're doing this. But Mini GT, being able to replicate the Fuchs wheel, really, really hit all these details with those fabulous headlights, this one side mirror, all the detailing, that kind of chrome trim around the windows and everything else. It's just a fabulous, fabulous replica that can get really detailed. And by the way, they have those rubber mirrors so they don't snap off, which is really, really smart. I love that. So you've got, I'll move the camera down just a little bit. You've got this red one that was released a while ago. You have, I'll put that to the side. You have this black and red one, which is probably the sharpest looking. I don't know what I'd do. I have not seen this color on the road, and I haven't been to a car show. I don't know if I've ever seen this color combination in black with red livery in person. But the Mini GT is probably about as close as I've come to it, and look how sharp it is. Those red rims, just like on the white with red trim, just beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. The ducktail looks perfect. The Porsche detailing, the Carrera detailing on the side. I love these. Can't wait to display them again once my office is ready, and who knows when that's going to be. And then and then there's, like I said, blue, but here is the green Grand Prix white with green livery. Oh, look at the wheels. Just beautiful. I can safely say this is a dream car. This is one I would love to have. I would love to have it. My 6'1" body might look a little cramped in there, but holy cow! If I could get my hands on one, I won't, but I would love that. Let's put the green one back up. Absolutely love those. I'll put this here. All right, we'll do the racing one last, and I'm going to really dig this replica because, as we cut it open, the car itself, and I'm not kidding, I see this in person, and I can't get into it. And like even just a couple older versions, I actually can, but this one just kind of loses so much of the Porsche essence in my view. And you guys know, I'm probably more into the aesthetic more than anything else. I did pull out, this is the white with Pyro Red accent package. This is the white with Pyro Red. This is the Weissach package, and I hope I'm saying that right. So it's a little different. So let's pull out the old one. So it really has these like chrome, I mean, it's, again, okay, see, I don't like the car itself, love the replica because it's so detailed. Wheels are incredible, and there's a black with red trim too. The way they did the spoiler, fabulous. The way they did the back taillights, incredible. It's a really, really cool car. Put it right here, and but let's see what the difference is here. And I do love that Mini GT is doing both. They did this, the normal, is that normal? I don't know, the red accent package, and then they do this Weissach package. Oh yeah, there's tons of details that are different. It just doesn't look different. It looks the same from the side profile. So look, you don't get much. You get wheels are different. You don't get much from the side profile. But the minute you pull them out, yeah, there we go. Okay, this makes sense. Hood detailing, carbon fiber on the roof. Look at that. That's incredible. You get the carbon fiber detailing on the spoiler too. Okay, I get it. I get it. Side profile is about the same, but the wheels are different, right? Wow, that is awesome. That is awesome. It's a great replica. Great replica. And I love that we have both. All right, last one. Well, let me put this. That's not going to stay. But the last one. Porsche 911 GT3R, number 27, 2023. There it goes. Oh. That wasn't a normal gust of wind. We'll keep going. We'll get that. So anyway, there we go. All right. 2023 FIA or FIA GT World Cup 70th Macau Grand Prix, Hub Auto Racing in Purple Cooler Master Deco. This is the same casting essentially. I don't have the Roxy, well, Roxy's not out yet, right? But I don't have the Rexy replica other than the Peterson version right there. But it is essentially the same casting, I believe. And I don't think there's any details other than obviously the livery. So this would be the second version of this casting, I think, before we get Roxy. Oh no, there was the that plaid, and I can't remember what the name of that, but there was that plaid version, right? Yes, so this would be the third. Oh, and this is fabulous. Oh, look at the wheels. You get the yellow trim and then the red trim on the back. This is so cool. Great racing livery. I love this. Chrome trim on the bottom. I like Rexy. This is really cool. I don't have to, I almost don't even have to like the livery, but I do. And you know, Mini GT logo on this one too, which is cool in the front. Headlights perfect. This is fabulous. This is the best one. This is the best one. Look at that silhouette. Look at that top. I love it. All right, let's put it right there. There you go. Me waxing on about Mini GT. Dig it a ton. You guys tell me what you think. You can express some opinions about things I said, cars I like, cars I don't. Tell me which ones you like the best. I'm ranking them. This one, I mean, details-wise, it's like gets into detail. This one actually surprised me the most, even though I've seen it, the casting. It just really popped with that black carbon fiber. But I'm going with the SN Exclusive. I really like the Liberty Walk. This one's probably my favorite, but this one is probably overall, just in terms of details plus favorite car. Oh, and then there's that one, the EB110. I like them all, except apparently for the R34. Thanks, everybody. Bye.